guys out there today? How you feeling? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daria. I am the host of a podcast called Declutter Empress Radio. And I want to thank all of my new subscribers who are here because I know that we have one thing in common. We're interested in organizing and decluttering our spaces. So welcome. I know today is Friday. It's Black Friday today, and whether you're out hustling and bustling, trying to find those new gifts online or outside, take a little time to breathe because I know it's a lot going on out there. And today I wanted to just kind of pop on here to talk about something that I love to do just to ease my mind and rest is coloring. And I invite you, if you have a coloring book, if you're at home, anything that you have, uh, get you a coloring book if you have it on hand. If not, while you're out and about, pick up a coloring book. It doesn't have to be an adult coloring book. It doesn't have to be a big person coloring book. It could be your favorite cartoon character coloring book. Barbie, whatever it is. Pick it up, buy it, and get to coloring. I know that's one thing that helps to ease my mind is coloring. So we're just gonna have a little coloring session. I love to use a permanent marker. As a coloring book I have, it's really fine. And I do like to put my little quotes on there and everything. This one is today. I started this coloring on November 14th. Be kind and refuse to be bothered by anything. It's all about decluttering the mind. So yeah, that's what I am doing this afternoon here before I get my day going here. But yeah, so usually about this time it's busy, and I prefer it not to be so much. But the little light had distracted me for a second. But yeah, I prefer it to not be. I like to make sure that I'm just taking it easy, especially around the holiday time. But yeah, but something I did want to talk about was one of the books that I came across some years ago was a book by Bronnie Ware, and it's called The 5 Regrets of the Dying. And in this book, she talks about she was working in hospice, and she talks about all of the regrets that different people, different age groups, had, what they regretted not doing when they were well. So I think it's so important, especially during these holiday times and these bustling times, especially, is to live out your best possible life. Do what you desire to do in the most effective way possible on your terms, because life is too short. And I had recently attended a funeral, and one of the things, the person had a great life overall, but there was something that was said during the sermon that caught my attention. Trying to make sure I color in this little petal here, so doing two things at once. But there was something that was said about the person who she had a lucrative career, but there was a dream that was unrealized. The person wanted to open up a flower shop, and she loved flowers, but she never got to realize that dream. And that really caught my attention, because I know over the summertime there's a path that I go down and there's a cemetery there. And I often would think, oh my gosh, how many dreams are in the grave now because they were too afraid to shoot their shot, or they were burdened down by other people's opinions. And I think that there's a lot to be said about living your life on your terms and just blocking out all the noise, because we only have one life to live here, and we want to live it well, and we want to enjoy it just like we're doing now. So I'm glad you're joining me for this coloring session. I'm going to have more of these too. But isn't it so relaxing? It's so relaxing. But yeah, check out that book because it was eye-opening. It was very eye-opening. A little ASMR there. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's so important to just take time to just breathe. And that's one thing about coloring, and I've always done this since a kid. It will take your mind off of a lot of things, especially when you see the black lines and everything. You're seeing the black lines and you're trying to stay within whatever lines are there. And then you see your, if anything is going wrong on that day, rest assured you get to coloring and it's like, oh my gosh, I did that. And it may sound insignificant to some, but to me, and sometimes I color outside the lines, and that reminds me of taking risks too. Sometimes you got to color outside. It's all right to color outside the lines. You may have accidentally done it, but we make mistakes and we just fix it, we correct. And then you may purposely color outside the lines because you're like, well, who told me I couldn't? Who told me I couldn't? But yeah, coloring to me is like doing one big data dump, one big brain dump. And it actually spurs my creativity too. Does it spur yours? Because it's like, oh, this is possible. It's okay for me to mix this color with that color. Who says I have to follow the color wheel all of the time? And I am not a graphic artist. I have great admiration for them. Yeah. And it really, coloring, it helps to remind me to breathe too. And relax the shoulders. And the legs too. And I'm not always at my desk to color either. I could be just lounging around, watching TV, or have all the curtains open. It's kind of blah today, but I have the curtains open and laying on the floor like a child and coloring. And coloring. It makes a difference. Because sometimes we have to be reminded to breathe. Because that's a form of rest, for sure. And relaxing our posture if we are sitting at our desk or whatnot. It's a reminder that it's okay. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and have a coloring session with you and just share about how important it is to just declutter your mind and just to breathe. And I hope that you are taking it easy out there and that you are enjoying the rest of the day and the weekend. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to see my next video and talk about more decluttering and organizing your space so we can all create oasis spaces wherever we roam. All right? So that's it for now, but thank you so much for watching. And until the next time, until the next coloring session, too, I'm going to have some of these in between time. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.